Hi guys, this is Mabel and Bobby Cooking Show, and today we're going to be making cinnamon bread.
We got a recipe from, I'm going to have to read it.
Gluten-free, of course.
Yep, Jen Travolti Design, and it's Amish cinnamon bread, gluten-free, vegan, and we have to do some manipulation and some substitutions for her recipe to make it work for our diets. So we're going to try it, and we'll keep our fingers crossed. I don't know if this will work, but we're going to try it and see how it goes. So I have the oven preheated to 350, and we need to spray that cooking pan.
So we're using...
Look how cute. A little bread pan and olive oil spray. Do you want to try it?
Yeah. Do I just
so we have, show you what we have. Olive oil.
It's spray. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's good. Okay, sprayed the pan. Now it says grease the pan. We just did that. In a small bowl, combine brown sugar and cinnamon. Mix well and set aside. So actually, we're going to use one of these. So the only thing I don't like about this recipe is that it calls for 3 bowls, which is ridiculous. I have to say, I just like 1 bowl dump and you're done. So this better be good. So cinnamon and sugar. We're going to use 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar.
Like that.
Okay. 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar. If you've done baking, you know this. If you haven't, then I will let you know. When you're doing brown sugar, you want to pack it in there. So 1/3 of a cup is packed brown sugar. They just assume that you know that. Why they don't say that? Great question. A lot of things in cooking you just have to know, apparently. And then cinnamon. We have some cinnamon, and we're going to do a tablespoon of cinnamon. So we will pour this in here. And then we will let Guavi mix it when she comes back. Smell cinnamon is amazing. Okay, mix well and set aside. So that can be her little job when she comes back. In a large bowl, here's our large mixing bowl. We are going to mix flour, sugar, baking powder, soda, and salt. So, flour, we need 2 cups. Of course, we're making this gluten-free, and we like Bob's Red Mill. So, I'll do 2 cups. And again, if you really want to do it correct, what you want to do is you want to spoon the flour into your cup to get the exact measurement, but I don't do that. I just like to dump and go. Who has time for that, really? This is the real world here. Okay, perfect. So we need that mixed well. Okay. Cinnamon and brown sugar.
I want to eat this.
I know. You smell it? It smells so good.
I know.
Okay, I'm going to put a little extra in because the other one wasn't quite cooked. So. Next, we're going to add 1/3 of a cup of sugar. Granulated sugar. We just have regular granulated sugar. Pour that in there. Baking powder. We're going to need 1.5 teaspoons baking powder. Make sure you have baking powder. I've made that mistake before and things don't turn out correct. There's baking powder and baking soda. So you want to get this pretty close to even. And then we'll grab our 1/2 teaspoon. There we go, 1/2 teaspoon. Oh, and baking soda. See, I would have messed that up. Let me grab it. Okay, and then baking powder, we're going to add a half a teaspoon. going to add half a teaspoon of salt. Okay, and then can you stir that? Guavi?
Me?
Yep.
This with this.
That's fine, yeah.
This, did you add sugar? Because it looks like snow.
No, I didn't stir it. Okay, and while she's stirring that, we're going to take another bowl. This is the third bowl. Tisk. So here's where it gets really tricky. So this says we're going to mix together coconut milk, which it has to be coconut milk, not a coconut drink, and 1/3 of a cup of canola oil. Here's where it gets tricky. We can't have coconut oil or canola oil. So this is getting dicey here. So let's see. We're going to use our olive oil, canola oil, because that's what we have.
Isn't that,
I mean, this is avocado.
I knew it was wrong.
And we're going to do 1/3 of a cup, just like the recipe says.
So if you mix your brown sugar and cinnamon, ours looks like that. Should look like crumbly and
yes.
Kind of.
I wish you had smell-o-vision because it smells so good. And I ran out of avocado oil, so I'm going to pour a little olive oil in here. Just use what you got. Okay. And then I have a theory here that I've never tested, but we're going to try it. Okay, they say you need coconut milk. And the reason why they want the coconut milk is because it has, it's thicker. You can actually make it into cream. So it has some fat in it. So I have a theory that if I use some palm oil, which is fat, that it all evens itself out. So will this work? We'll never know until we try, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to add, let me count how to do this. So I need a cup total. So I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of palm shortening. I'm going to do 3.
Okay.
Can't have too much fat, right? She has that mixed up good. I'm going to add 3 tablespoons to this cup. And then I have almond milk because we can have almond. So then I'm going to pour it in here. And then I'm going to heat this in the microwave a bit until it gets to be more liquidy, and we'll stir it. We'll be right back. Okay, we got this all melted. Have you guys ever wondered what palm shortening, almond oil, and vegetable oil and oil looks when you melt it together? I've never wondered, but now we know. Oh. Phone malfunction. Hold on. Okay. So now we're going to pour these together and then we're going to mix it with a wooden spoon. Are you ready? That's you. You're my stirrer.
Oh. Ready? Stir.
Stir away. Stir away. Just until blended. So when they say this on a recipe, it means that you want to be very careful not to overmix.
It looks like oatmeal.
It does look like oatmeal.
I'm not a fan of oatmeal, and I don't like how it looks either.
Okay, now, once we get this stirred, we're going to
Looks pretty good.
add, spread half the batter in a loaf pan, sprinkle with half the topping, top with the remaining batter, and then sprinkle with the remaining filling, and then we'll swirl it with a knife and bake it for 40 to 45 minutes. So let's do that, and then we'll show you how it looks in the end. Thanks for joining us.
We've got it all mixed. Mabel is holding the camera, and that's why she's not here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pour half of this in. Well, really sure that is not half. Yeah, that's about half.
Maybe a little more.
Okay.
A little bit more.
Okay.
Get a chunk to cover that corner.
That.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to. Some spots are chunky and yeah.
Perfect. Now what are you gonna do? That's good.
Okay. So now I'm gonna pour half of that. So half of this, looks quite chunky, but I can barely smell it. It smells pretty good. I can't really smell it. That good?
A little bit more.
A little bit more there. There?
Yep.
Okay. Now, here's stepped on some of the batter that I dropped on the floor.
Kind of spread out with your hands. You want to get it to both sides.
I know, but it's not enough. I can't do it without that.
Don't pat it down. Hold the pan. Okay. Pour the remaining.
Then we're going to go ahead and put this in. I did like a lot in this space and a lot of this shit. So kind of just spread it around and yeah, my hands are so messy. We'll show you what it turns out like. We're gonna bake it for 40 minutes until the toothpick comes out clean. Hot. 40 minutes later. Okay, we're gonna take it out of the oven. Sounds sizzly. The toothpick test comes out clean. Well,
Sure.
There's just a little bit of sugar on it and cinnamon. It
Yum.
looks really good. Kind of looks like bananas.
Can't wait to try it.
Can't wait to try it.
Okay, we're gonna try this and see. It's a little
It's
crumbly.
very crumbly. Can this one be mine?
Yeah, you guys
Wait
can
for
both
me.
try it.
Alright.
What do you think?
Very crumbly.
It's very crumbly. Might need an egg or something. Flaxseed egg, maybe. What do you think? How's it taste?
Good.
Want another piece?
Kind of hot.
Do you guys give it out of 10? What do you rate it?
8 out of 5. 8 out of 5.
8 out of 5, that means you really, really like it? Or it's just okay?
I really like it.
It's not the best?
It is
Okay.
the best.
It is the best to you? Okay. Well, there we have it. Thanks, guys, for joining us.
Bye. Bye.